Hey, 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 hey. I hope this shit, I hope the motherfucker can hear me. Looking at it. Last time I was doing that shit. Hold on. Testing one time. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, that's what a nigga do when he getting ready to rap. Hey, yo, check me. Looking at ass. What is up? What is up? When you are a friend, oh, I'm reading this shit. Oh well. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Let me turn this shit down. God damn. What is up? What is up? Y'all probably not even getting the notifications. I already know what YouTube be doing. It's all good. Whoever hear it, whoever get it, it's all good. I already know they fucking with the algorithms. I was just watching, I think it was Professor Griff. They was fucking with his shit too. Sometimes I don't even be knowing he be going live. So that's a fact. This ain't nothing new. It's old. That's why we got to build our own platform. As Dr. Claude Anderson says, we are disaggregate people, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, what is going on? Man, we are back. We are black in this bitch. Oh, man. Another day, another 10 cent. Was at the clown-ass corporate plantation. Man, I already know what y'all... Let me just address this real quick. I already know what most niggas doing. Niggas be lying like a motherfucker. Shit, they know not to say nothing to me. And as soon as you get there, I get right on that for you, boss. Oh, man, I was just testing new. She couldn't make it, man. She's still at the corporate plantation, so we couldn't get it going today, man. But next week, hopefully we gonna shoot for next week or one of these weekends, man. If we was getting paid, that's why I wish we was working. Well, nah, I wouldn't say work for no satellite station, because they'll just fire a nigga or do some shit like they did Godfrey, the comedian. Can't say shit and they fire you and shit. But anyway, man, what is going on? Nigga done said that 10 million times already. Man. I was on Twitter, man. Not even just that. I knew Name Dash. Shout out to Hidden Colors 5. I just watched that shit. I don't know where the damn DVD is. I still watch DVDs because they didn't get the streaming. But hey, that Hidden Colors 5. That shit is on point. Man, that shit is on point. But anyway, man, I was on Twitter looking at some shit. And Dame Dash is in Hidden Colors 5, by the way. He was going in. I like what he said. But man, I was just watching this thing, how he said Jay-Z ain't shit. He said everybody knows Jay-Z ain't shit. Now, I don't know, man. I don't know, man, because which Dame are we getting? Are we getting the Dame that go hard, or are we getting the Dame that retracted all the shit he said and started apologizing? Because you notice we ain't seen Kenyatta with Dame Dash ever since. I still ain't read the book Culture Vultures, but anyway, some of the things that he said, I did kind of look at. We've been talking about this Jay-Z shit all week long. It is a topic, but this is the thing that I really want people to understand. It's not even that Dame Dash said Jay-Z ain't shit. It's just, I think everybody is. Some people want him to be an activist, and some people are like, oh man, that's a good move, boss move. My thing is, what is everybody else planning on doing? Because I feel like when you look at a person like Dame Dash say that Jay ain't shit, and everybody know that, and I be trying to holler at a girl, then that nigga come along and then he'll wife the girl that he trying to holler at. That's funny. But what I think is more funny is how everybody seems to be upset about things that don't matter. The Colin Kaepernick thing. I'm gonna say it one more time. After this, I ain't really finna address this shit no more. Man, Colin Kaepernick already got his money. So if he is, man, what is you mad about, clown? And two, why does everybody keep putting certain people in these boxes where all of a sudden, okay, well, you a billionaire, so you're supposed to feed the people. No, nigga, go feed yourself. These niggas is not placed in these positions to feed every other nigga. And that's what be having me dying laughing too. So I be looking at shit like, man, nigga, what? Look, if a person's a billionaire, like Bob Johnson and all the rest of these motherfuckers, even Jordan, these niggas ain't finna do nothing to help their people in such a traumatic way, you know, where niggas wouldn't have to work no 9-to-5 job no more. That's not gonna happen. Even if you got all the black billionaires together to do that, that's just not gonna happen. There's 40 million people in the United States of America. It's not gonna happen. That's not how wealth works. I just think we have it misconstrued about what wealth is and what we're supposed to do with it. And I just think it's funny to listen to Dame Dash's perspective, because I feel like a lot of niggas are driven by money to get bitches. That's just this is my personal opinion. I've seen it done a million times. That's why most bitches, they go after the niggas with the money. No diss, I don't know a lot of these niggas. Matter of fact, I don't know none of these niggas personally that's in the industry. It just seems like niggas go after the money so they can get the bitch. You never lose any women chasing money, but you lose a lot of money chasing women. That's a fact. And I think that's what I think that's why too Dame is probably a little upset. I think it's more upset because when you think somebody's your friend, but let me tell you something, in business you ain't got no friends. With pussy you ain't got no friends. That's why it's important for you not to be having, you know, if it's a woman, a bride you particularly like, and sometimes it ain't good to voice your opinion because everybody don't have the same mentality. Like, all right, well that's, you know, that let that nigga shoot his shot. If he don't, some niggas be like, oh, this is fair game. I don't care if you are shooting your shot. I'm trying to fuck too, because I think niggas treat women like it's a shortage of women. It ain't no shortage of women. Go to a Floyd Mayweather fight or a Jay-Z concert. It's plenty of hoes there, nigga. But I just think we think that way, and we don't do things in decency and in order, and we're not honorable about getting money either when it comes to bitches. That's just what I think a lot of times. That niggas will fuck your bitch. So don't think for a second, man, I want to fuck this. Man, look, like I told you before, and I'll keep saying this shit. I remember a long time ago, it used to always be niggas be like, I'm talking about niggas my age, used to be like, man, I want to fuck with that bitch. I want to fuck with that bitch. Especially when you out at the club or some shit. And then as soon as at the end of the night, when the nigga can't get no more pussy, you see that nigga with the very bitch he was talking shit about. That's a fact. And I think that relates and translates to the niggas now to this day. That's the shit that I'll be laughing about. It's almost like, man, look, go watch the Nivea interview on the Breakfast Club. They don't never, like, that never really, nobody ever talked about that shit or nothing, but she said everybody's fucking everybody. It's just like being at work. It's just niggas don't want to talk about that shit. That's why you have all this like crossing over boundaries of dick and pussy and shit like that, because that's what niggas do. That's what women do. Women will have a baby on one nigga and then fuck her baby mama's best friend, and then they'll be together, and that shit'll all be cool. And I guess it ain't no problem. I guess that's how the dominant society gets along. I think the oppressed, you know, we've been around the oppressors for so long. We done took on their characteristics and took on their attributes, and that's how we act. So when I see Dame Dash say, well, everybody know Jay and shit, it's like, well, you should have been saying that shit a long time ago. Don't wait till you mad to say that shit. That's my personal opinion. Like, maybe you are factual in what you're saying, because you know this man. You've been around him forever, so there's a lot of things that you know. But I'll tell you this. Everybody needs to stop treating billionaires and millionaires like they're activists, because most activists weren't millionaires and billionaires. They're poor. Muhammad Ali was poor. He didn't have no money. These people that were activists, they broke. They didn't have no fucking money. So I don't understand why we put them in such a box where we think, well, you know what I'm saying, they're supposed to be doing this or they're supposed to be doing that. What are you doing from your day to day? What black business have you patronized? That's my question I ask the average nigga. What black business have you patronized? Everybody's selling shit online, so what have you patronized? Niggas will go past black businesses just to get some Gucci. And hey, I'm not saying that nothing wrong with Gucci and Louis and all this other Ain't nothing wrong with none of that. Get all that. I'm just saying, like, when a nigga be telling a nigga what they supposed to be doing with their money, what you doing with your money? I'm gonna keep reiterating that. Cause most niggas, when you ask them, hey man, you got any stocks and bonds? They're like, man, nah, that's white people shit. Oh, okay. But maybe now it'll be cool to invest in stock now that Jay has kind of put it out there that he invests in stock and bonds and paintings and real estate and all this other shit. So now maybe niggas will finally kind of wake up and be like, well, maybe I should go buy some real estate. Because, you know, telling a nigga to go buy some real estate is like, man, I don't know, man, it's an act of Congress. Niggas will go buy a Beamer or a Benz or a Range Rover and be in an apartment. And not an apartment that they, you know, that they own, not a condo that they own, an actual, they paying rent. You know what I'm saying? Niggas need to stop listening to people like Vlad TV. First of all, Vlad is Caucasian. So any Caucasian that try to give you advice, look at the advice that they're giving you if they're from the dominant society, because 9 times out of 10, they give it to you from a dominant society's perspective, not from a melanated's perspective. First of all, Vlad TV makes his money off of black culture. He does not make any of his money off of white culture. When he did make his money off white culture, he hated it. But see, they like coming over here because they can do what they want to do, because it's not hard to make money off of us. And there's no diss to Vlad, but a lot of times I'll be looking at him like, you know, just some of the shit that he have going on, seems some of the shit be fuckery shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he was going back and forth with Jay Morrison about, oh, you can't make no money and invest. First of all, you can't say that, because it's a lot easier for you to go get real estate than it is the average black man. That's why niggas need to stop listening to, like, when you rich dad, poor dad, and all, okay, that's cool, but go get the books like, you know, The Wealth Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. Think Like a Millionaire by Dr. Boyce Watkins. Go get those books. Go get Powernomics. Go get that. Stop getting these books in pamphlets and cliff notes from the dominant society. They're giving you their perspective. Their perspective is always going to be easier than ours. That's why it was so easy to me for them to infiltrate Jay and Dame and split them two, because you got one person that's like, nah, I'm trying to get $1 billion. He said that shit on Magna Carta Holy Grail. So he trying to get $1 billion. So then when you try to get $1 billion, you ain't trying to mess up your sponsors and mess up your shit. That's a fact. You just ain't trying to do that shit. Some people ain't. Maybe Dame probably tricked off a lot of his money, but you know what? He can probably say whatever the fuck you want to say. What they gonna say to him? You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, I did one of the podcasts I did, are you Jay-Z or are you Colin Kaepernick? But if anybody was intelligent, you'd be like, oh, well, they both one and the same to me. Colin Kaepernick, he got his settlement, NDA, which we don't even know what the fuck the amount of money was. And that's cool. You kneel, you did all that. Hey, more power to you. But all the tweets and retweets and all that, that's clown shit now. Now, if you're not going to say nothing, then you and your woman needs to exit stage left and move the fuck on to the next goddamn thing that y'all want to fight for. Because ain't no need y'all still retweeting and letting everybody in y'all circle do the speaking for y'all. That's bogus bullshit too, to me. You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like a lot of times motherfuckers, people that are in an NDA and a settlement, they're going to have everybody else do the talking for them. You can't talk. That's a part of the settlement. So he's never going to say anything about it. He's not. Just like he ain't going to talk about how much money he got from his Nike deal. And I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater by no means. But if you're not going to say much at this point, you just going to be retweeting and letting everyone. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, my nigga. Because at the end of the day, the nigga's not dumpster diving. And neither is Jay and neither is Dame. I just think it's funny that people are kind of putting Dame in that position. But then again, you're going to always be put in that position. Let us all take a lesson from that and learn that business is first and friendship is always second. You don't have any friends. You only have business associates. They're not your friends. Even at work, they niggas is not your friends. Because if you get fired from that corporate plantation, ain't now one of them niggas going to walk out. They go all stay there and do their job. That's a fact. Niggas want to talk about this Latino unity. Yeah, it's unity, all right. Well, let's go to the corporate plantation and see how many Latinos walk off the job because one nigga get fired. One Latino get fired. Please. The rest of those Latinos, if they got mortgages and bills to pay and car notes on those motherfucking F-150s and Escalades Lincoln trucks that they got with the rims on them, they not walking off them jobs. That's a fact. I don't give a fuck how strenuous the conditions are, because niggas got to get paid. I just think that motherfuckers be placing people in a certain box. Look, let me tell you something, but place yourself in that box then. And you do what you need to do right now with the little bit of money you got, if you got any. Because most niggas is one paycheck away, including me, from being homeless. We all are. You take a 1 or 2 or 3 checks away, for all you that live in Las Vegas, Nevada, you will be on Las Vegas Boulevard in Owens if you're a female. That's the shade tree. And if you are if you're a male, then you'll be at the building next door to the shade tree. That's the homeless shelter. That's a fact. That's where you'll be at, clown. So it's like, nigga, hey, but we are so focused on, man, Jay is a billionaire or this person's a billionaire and all this other stuff. Don't get... First of all, a lot of this shit is placed in front of you on purpose to have it's trickery and foolery and fuckery. They place these people in front of you. Oh, LeBron James hang out with not Bill Gates, but Warren Buffett. That's his good friend. Well, of course that's gonna be his so-called good friend. Let LeBron James be a poor nigga just playing basketball. Man, Warren Buffett would never call that nigga again. Period. Because they know how to be on code. That's why I don't like being at the corporate plantation or being in a particular spot with a whole bunch of niggas and we just keep talking about the same shit over and over again. But we're not coming up with solutions. Because if you embrace solutions, that means you're moving forward. And a lot of niggas just get together and they just be like, talk about the same shit over and over again. But niggas ain't trying to come up with nothing new. And a lot of niggas don't like themselves, or they don't like themselves outside of work, so it's easy for them to capitulate and bow down and go along to get along and be a Sambo ass nigga at the job because that's easiest for them. That was already in their DNA. That's a fact. That's why I look at things and I just be like, well, we kind of, a lot of the shit that I hear Dame say about Jay, or just a lot of shit here that I see about certain people, that shit does not surprise me. Because if you followed their career, it's always been strategic. Just like Colin Kaepernick, I know this or nothing, but he strategically protested, which is smart. But after he got his money, he ain't said shit else. So it's like, now you have other people coming out and saying shit. You got, Eric Reed saying his shit. Okay, I get all that. But all y'all niggas, we're all getting paid from the same system. Unless your money is making money. It's the truth. That's why I always talk about, if you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, niggas don't want to hear it and I don't give a fuck. I ain't on here for clickbait and trying to get a whole bunch of, man, that's clown shit. Like I said, niggas, oh man, they making a bunch of money off YouTube. No, they're not, clown. You're not. YouTube is fucking everybody. That's a fact. Until somebody else comes up with a better platform that's different from it, that's where we all gonna be at. I'm just waiting for a black person to come out with a streaming platform because I'm out of this motherfucker. Because I want to be on a platform where the dominant society can strategically fuck up your algorithm, tear it apart, make it where niggas don't even know you're going. Like, it's all kinds of clown shit, man. But here we are sitting up here basically popping our collar like Jay-Z's money is our money. Like the NFL money is our money. Sometimes I meet people and they be like, yeah, man, what team you got? And I'd be like, oh, nah, man, I don't really watch football like that. I barely even watch basketball like that. And they be like, oh, yeah, because, you know, Whoop just got a such and such contract. He making money. And I'm like, okay, well, how much of that money you getting? Like, what's his name? They play for the Cowboys? What is Ezekiel Elliott? That's his name. That's his name. That's why I'm like, okay, that's his name. And this is the thing that makes me laugh. But ain't there nigga getting any of that money. You're not getting that money. But niggas will be jumping for joy like they getting it. That's why I'll be watching motherfuckers. Oh man, Kevin Durant just got a $194 million contract. Good for him, clown. Now, how much of that money you about to see? Oh, that's right. He's getting paid to play basketball, and you got to get up and go to work and eat shit for $20 an hour or $15 an hour. Why would you be focused on his shit? Cause I'm not. I don't give a fuck if Colin Kaepernick playing the NFL or not. I don't really watch the NFL like that anyway, because I don't care. It reminds me too much of the slave plantation. They just do. You're calling the dudes owners, and it's just too much slavery symbolism behind it for me. And I'm just over it. And now when you have a little bit of knowledge yourself and read a little bit, you kind of look at things a little different, like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just I even listened to the part when Dame was like, this shit was funny. He's like, yeah, you know, you mentioned something about a girl, and then he'll be wifing her and all this other shit. And I'm just kind of like, see, y'all wasn't really friends, I guess. Or maybe y'all was. Maybe that was friendship to y'all. I don't know. Maybe they stood together to make money off the friendship. But this is the thing that this should teach every melanated person. When you try to go into business with somebody, keep it business first and then bring the friendship second. But always discuss the business. Because if you don't, you're going to end up like Dame and Jay-Z. One nigga that made a whole bunch of money and another nigga that made a whole bunch of money. But the nigga that is vocal about shit that's not an even playing field, that's the nigga he's unpopular. He's vilified and demonized. And then the nigga that's kind of quiet and kind of moves and shakes the way white people do, this is just my perspective. He's glorified. Oh, he a boss. And you know, I'm not saying he's not gonna do shit for the NFL. I'm not saying none of that. He might be able to bring a different light, but anytime you partner with the dominant society, they still have control over it. And at the end of the day, it ain't like Jay gonna have somebody come on there and be like, the NFL treats black people like slaves. He's not gonna have that done. So that's just the fact. Because there's money to be made, there's salaries to be paid, and they ain't finna fuck up this money. And that's all niggas need to understand. And stop cheerleading and thinking that this they fucking money, because it ain't. This is the NFL, Roger Goodell, and Jay-Z's money. I just want to know what the fuck is the average person doing with their money. And not even just that. What's the average person doing? I'm pretty sure it's a nigga laid up with a bitch that is probably his best friend probably fucked her too. And then he lied and told his best friend like, oh man, I wouldn't fuck with that bitch. And he probably laid up with her right now as we speak. Niggas do shit like that, man. You know, I can see if it's just a, regular old bitch that, everybody trying to fuck with. Okay, fine. But goddamn, some niggas be like strategically plotting and planning out like, oh, he trying to fuck with that bitch? Well, I'm going to let him fuck up. Then I don't get that type of shit. Too much money to be made to be trying to fuck each other's women. And if y'all friends, I guess that's just some type of weird friendship. I guess it's for the sport. I don't know. Maybe it's the culture. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you. I ain't into that shit. Not like that. It ain't that deep. Unless everybody already know. Unless you introduce me to the bitch and be like, yeah, man, we fucked. Then she cool. And then she be like, yeah, we did it. Okay, that's different. But all this playing like we don't know what's going on and plotting and playing these political games over pussy, I don't get niggas, man. That shit is funny to me. But I digress. I would hope that people start to really sit back and look like, damn, man, this is not productive. That's why I don't want to get together with a whole bunch of niggas, especially to go look for no pussy. I can go do that by myself. I don't need a whole trough of niggas to be with me to go look for some pussy. Period. And I don't need a whole bunch of niggas around me to sit around and sulk and talk about the system of white supremacy. I can do that by myself. I can do that in my mind. But I would like to magnetize a whole bunch of niggas that's forward thinking. See, just listening to Dame, I'm like, man, that is teaching me a lot. That's why to this day, I don't have time to sit down and eat or do. I can eat at my house. I go out and eat by myself. Time is of the essence. And when you're working on the corporate plantation, you don't have a whole lot of time as it is. You're spending 40, 50, 60 weeks at that plantation. So when you get time away from that, I don't even really have time to be on the phone wasting my energy unless we talking about something that's constructive. That's why I holler at New or I get at my young nigga Brenty. Shout out to that nigga. We're talking about something that's forward moving, but I don't really have time for that, man. I just don't. Or if I'm talking to family members, but other than that, I don't have time for that. Busy, man. You're trying to read, you're trying to study, trying to work on some music, trying to do something. Man, you ain't got time for that. Time is precious, it's valuable, and you can't rewind it. And you can't get it back. It's not something you can be like, oh, let me rewind. No, ain't no rewinding in the back. So as you get older, you get less tolerant for the bullshit. And you can just kind of tell just from listening to Dame, I bet you he regrets a lot of that time and energy he put into that so-called friendship that they had. And I'm not saying that Jay didn't put in time either, but you can tell they both knew it was based on money. But I feel like they cloaked it and they framed it like it was about friendship. Or maybe they did, I don't know. It just seems that way as the aftermath unfolds. It just does. One's unpopular and one is popular. One is vocal, one isn't. One is not liked, one is liked. You know what I mean? One has a whole bunch of people up under him that look up to him and he's like a big brother. And then one person is like, oh, get away from him. He's toxic. So it's just like, that could be y'all. So niggas that want to go into business with other niggas, man, really sit down and come up with a plan. Don't just, oh, this my nigga and I ain't, man, fuck all that. Remember that, man. Don't waste time. Don't, man, please. Don't be one of these niggas. See, and niggas get it twisted too. Niggas be on some, oh, well, dang, that he broke. Nigga, yeah, that's so y'all think. So y'all think. We don't know what the fuck is going on with Dame either. He may not be a billionaire, but the nigga ain't working on 9-to-5 job like the rest of you black ass niggas and me. That nigga's not waking up and going to a corporate plantation job where he can't smoke weed, can't do shit. The shit because you see that nigga will pull out a joint and light it in a minute. So these are the things that I've learned from it. You know what I learned? Get a business. I got a few things. That's why, hey man, build up your 401k, take that shit, borrow on it, and go invest in some businesses. That's a fact. That's the only reason why you should be at the corporate plantation. You shouldn't be there to be making friends, because a lot of niggas go there to make friends because they socially awkward. They can't make friends outside of that job. So it's easier to make friends there. Me personally, let me tell you something. I am not a proponent of, hey, how you doing? No, I'm there to get a check and get the fuck on. That's it. And when I'm off that motherfucker, get thee behind me, Shaitan type shit. I don't have time for this shit. I ain't trying to make friends. This is business. For real, for real. Just the different things I've been reading, how much we're behind the line. We 450 years behind the line. Like for real. And every time we make a little bit of progress, they just move the goalposts. They change the term sheet. You know what I'm saying? This is another thing I was talking about. I was talking about this the other day. We need to start watching shit like Silicon Valley. You know why? Because all of those white boys and those Indians are coders. In Silicon Valley, that's trying to get their apps off the ground and get paid. I'm praying every day and I'm trying to magnetize the day I meet an actual coder, a nigga that's, I need a nigga nerd, a nigga genius, a nigga that's just coding all the time. And I will sit down and we will come up with some ideas together. That's a fact. Because working at a corporate plantation, it'll make you really think, okay, what else could I do? What else did I need to do? Every time I get irritated, I just become introverted and start thinking of ways like, okay, I need to do something else, add something else to my platform. What else do I need to do? Because, man, let me tell you, the bullshit ain't about nothing. You don't have a whole lot of time. And as Dr. Claude Anderson teaches us, a job is meant to maintain you clowns. The shit is not meant to make you rich. It's not gonna make you rich. And for all you niggas that's in my age bracket, nigga, it might not even be no social security by the time you get that age. So if you banking on that, you are fucked. That's a fact. You better have a side hustle. You better go get you a property or do something with it. And for all you motherfuckers that think that, oh man, I'm doing good, I pop my collar. I just bought a $450,000 house. If you live in Las Vegas, get ready, clown. I hope you have your paddle in your boat because the flood is coming. And when the economy drops, niggas can't say, I didn't tell them. And then all you niggas that spend $450,000 on a track home is going to be $150,000. And that's when clowns like me go come in and be like, I'll take that one. And I'll take that one as well. That's a fact. Niggas act like history don't repeat itself. The economy goes up and down. Like I said, there's going to be points where niggas shit's going to be at a high. There's going to be points where shit going to be at a low. But we not worried about that. You know what we worried about? We worried about The next Louis and Gucci shit that's coming out. We worried about that. Oh man. You see new Gucci? Oh, that shit go hard, nigga. I'm about to give me this Gucci duffel bag and all. Man, them Europeans is laughing at your asses. I'm about to look up Gucci and Louis Vuitton and see if it's trading on the stock market and buy stock in that shit. Fuck buying the goddamn shit. At least that shit'll be there and I cash in on that shit. Like Twitter. I wish I was on that motherfucking Google stock and Twitter and all that shit 10, 15 years ago. Nigga, I'll be paid right now. That's why I'm like, man, I got to get my shit together. Every time I wake up in the morning, the alarm goes off, I'm like, man, I got to get my shit together. I'm not thinking hard enough and I'm not magnetizing hard enough. Get you some books, read them, get knowledge yourself, get Dr. Claude Anderson's Black Labor White Wealth Powernomics. Man, if you don't believe me about shit, get The Fall of America by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Great book to read, man. Great book. I'm telling you. Get the compensatory counter racist code by Neely Fuller Jr. Talks about the 9 areas of activity. Him and Dr. Francis West Welsing talk about that. How the dominant society dominate the 9 areas of activity. That was even in Hidden Colors. Genetic annihilation. Like, niggas don't understand this. That's why they putting the bullshit in the food. You can't even eat regular. It's food-like substance. But, hey, man, I digress. I'm just saying. Niggas need to stop trying to fuck each other's bitch and go get some bread and try to get some generational wealth. That's what you should be trying to do. Get that. Because that's what matters. I know it's a lot of niggas out there living on they bitch, ain't trying to work no job, don't plan on doing none of that shit. And then when the bitch be like, oh, well, I ain't fuck with you no more, or the bitch be like, oh, well, we ain't got the bread like we used to have, or we fuck, then what you gonna do? You got to make a way out of no way, not sit around and wait on nothing. Manifest destiny. Got to take matters into their own hands and magnetize the people that you want around you. If they are people that it's just their energy and it's just the same shit and niggas ain't trying to do shit, I'm good. I cannot be around niggas that got to hang out with a whole group of people. If you can't do shit on your own and make shit happen, I can't fuck with you, man. No diss. That's just me. Hey, if I feel like we took our attention away from trying to fuck each other's bitch and trying to really get this money the way we need to, man, it'll be a lot of niggas with some motherfucking greenbacks in their pocket with some cash they can sit on, so they ain't got to be worried about begging for a job or worried about unemployment, all this other shit, man. That's why I'm slowly but surely like, okay, I got to figure something out. This shit ain't fun at all. And the dominant society gets a kick out of niggas trying to move up their fictitious corporate ladder. Not me. All fake and phony. It's not real. Don't think because you see Warren Buffett and you see Jeff Bezos that's something you could do. No, nigga. Jeff Bezos' parents gave him $350,000 in the 80s. $350,000 in the 80s is the equivalency to $3.5 million today. So fuck out of here. And how many black families do you know they was just giving their son $350,000 to go start a business? Just go start a business. Man, get the fuck out of here. Just like niggas going to Harvard. Everybody's not going to Harvard. That's a fact. That's why when you look at Mark Zuckerberg, don't be like, oh man, Mark Zuckerberg. Man, nigga, first of all, he's related to the goddamn Rockefellers. Let's put that shit out there. Second of all, nigga, he was at Harvard. That is not cheap to go to. You might as well buy a house if you go to Harvard. Come on, man. Stop looking at their path and be like, oh, well, we can. No, nigga. No, look at the melanated people that have done it before you. That's the path you need to pattern your shit after. Not them. That's a fact. Not them. Look at the NBA. They got one black owner. That's Michael Jordan. This team is the sorriest goddamn team in the league. Y'all don't think that's by design? Ain't no way they're ever going to let Michael Jordan's team, the Charlotte Hornets, be kicking everybody's ass. Are you serious? Please. But hey, man, I digress. I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. Nigga, I got shit to do, things to work on, books to fucking read. Hey, man, this is No I Don't Know TV series, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. All y'all niggas out there that's fucking another nigga's bitch and sitting up here acting like you don't even know the bitch. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.